Hello, and welcome to a new video. My name is Tasmin. I'm an author, storyteller, and freelance writer, and I make YouTube content about gardening, sustainability, and just writing, and sometimes also reading. And today I'm talking about the Climathon, that is a readathon that I invented, created, and it's a readathon all about nature and climate change. And I know I'm a tiny channel, so not a lot of people will join this readathon. So if you know somebody like any of the big booktubers or a bookstagrammer or a book TikToker, or just maybe also someone in your private life, it doesn't really matter. If you know anyone who would be interested in this readathon, please share it with them. I will link the announcement video up above and also down in the description below, where I explain all the rules and all the challenges that are up for this readathon. And yeah, I would really love for you guys to share it with people, because I am such a tiny channel. I barely reach anyone, so I would love for you guys to really just share it if you know anyone that could be interested to read about nature or climate or any of the topics that I talked about. As a little reminder, the Climathon takes place throughout the entire month of September, so of course people can also join in halfway through or whenever they feel like it, so it's never too late. Like if you didn't start on September 1, there's no problem. It goes on for the entire month of September, and it's very laid back, and I try to make it as accessible as possible. And today I'm introducing my own TBR for the readathon. I don't know how much I will actually be able to read, because when I created this readathon and announced it and made the graphics and all that kind of stuff, I had no idea what was coming my way. There is so much happening in my life right now. I am publishing my second book, Welcome Home, Dear Soul, on the 2nd of September. I have just released my first Skillshare class, and there's just a lot of stuff going on that I'm not talking about just yet. Like some of it is also just like private and personal, so not for YouTube at all. And there are some things that you will get to know at some point in the future. But let's just say I have a lot on my plate right now. Mostly it's good things, so I will not complain about it at all. But I don't know how much time I will actually have to read books. But I'm gonna try my best, because I invented this readathon and I'm really loving the idea of a climate change readathon, so I'm completely up for it still. So I'm not gonna let myself down. And I'm gonna try and read as much as I can. So I have a way too ambitious TBR. I know I will very likely not get to all of these, but I wanted to keep my options open because I'm such a big mood reader. So yeah, here we go. The first challenge is nonfiction. And for that, I will just count any of the nonfiction books that are on my TBR. I have quite a few of them. I read a lot of nonfiction, especially surrounding climate change. So when it comes to that, I can just choose any of the other ones. I will definitely double up on this one. So any of the nonfiction books you will see in this TBR, whatever I read from that will count for the nonfiction challenge. For the fiction challenge, I would like to read The Ice by Lalina Powell. I talked in my announcement video already about how The Bees by Lalina Powell is very incredible, because it's a fiction book that like talks about bees from the perspective of bees. It's very bizarre, but very, very well done. And I had The Ice by her for such a long time already as an ebook, and I've never picked it up. So I think this is the perfect time. It completely, I think, falls into the category of cli-fi, so climate science fiction. And I'm just very, very excited to read it, basically. For the Revolution challenge, I also have a fiction book, and that is The Black Tides of Heaven. Another book that I had on my TBR already for a long time, and I think it's quite short, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it talks about revolution. So I'm absolutely up for it. I think this is one of the books I'm most excited for in this readathon, so I hope I will get a chance to actually read it. For the category animals, I will either read this book. This is a German book that I talked about in my video Books About Climate Change. I will also link it up and down in the description box. This is a book about the animal extinction, and it's actually quite short and it has quite a big font actually. If I don't read this for animals though, I also have an option called Spying on Whales. I wanted to read this book for the longest time because I live on a whale island, and I just want to learn more about whales because I don't know a lot. For someone who actually lives on a whale island, I don't know much. And yeah, I just want to know more. It's staring at me on my e-reader for the longest time, so it's either that or yeah, it's one of the two. For the plants challenge, I decided to go with a rather unusual book, and that is this one. As I told you, there's no limitation when it comes to genre of the book. As long as it is a book, it counts. And this is definitely unusual because this is a field guide. This is not an actual novel or non-fiction book. This is a field guide. It looks like this. So it's very hard to read from front to back. And it's the terrestrial flora of the Azores, so the island archipelago that I live on. And I got this book as a present, and I have been looking inside of it, like here and there, but I haven't really spent a lot of time with it. And I really want to. I would like to look through it completely. That's my goal. I would like to actually read it more or less from front to back and learn more about the plants, because we have so many plants on these islands and I know so little about them, and I really want to learn more and be able to identify them. For the category of ocean, I could double up with Spying on Whales if I end up reading that book, or I could read Die Meere, der Mensch und das Leben, Bilanz einer existenziellen Beziehung, which is a German book all about the ocean and our relationship as humans with the ocean. I'm not exactly sure what I will be in the mood for. I think Spying on Whales will be a little bit maybe more fun than this one. I've read another book by the author and it was sometimes a little bit hard to get through. So let's see. But I think I will go with Spying on Whales also because I can double up with the animals category. But then again, I also really want to read this one and I have it as a physical book, so that's always a plus. So let's see. For the indigenous category, I would like to read A Two-Spirit Journey. I don't own that book yet, I need to buy it. And if I'm not reading that, if I don't get around to buying it or whatever, I will receive in the mail very soon Braided Sweetgrass, which is like super big. Like if you've been anywhere in the sustainability movement or whatever, you know that Braiding Sweetgrass is one of the biggest books out there, and I have ordered it. It's my birthday present it was my birthday present for myself, and it's very hard to get things delivered here. So let's see if it reaches me in time. But if it reaches me, that is on my TBR. If not, it's definitely A Two-Spirit Journey, which I think would be quicker than Braiding Sweetgrass, because Braiding Sweetgrass I really want to like highlight and take notes and stuff, so that would take me a long time, so not ideal for a readathon. But those are basically my two options. For the category Different Continent, I could double up with The Black Tides of Heaven, but I would actually like to read Mutter der Bäume, which is a book about Wangari Maathai. I did not look up how to pronounce this name before this video. I'm very sorry. For next time I will look it up before. And this is just like a tiny little book that I found like in a used book place. And it's a little biography about this amazing woman who was the first African woman to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. So yeah, unfortunately it's not written by her, and it's not like the official biography. It's like written by a white dude. So let's see if it's any good. I will find out. If I don't like it, I will DNF it. I definitely want to read more about this woman anyway, so this will probably not be my only book I will ever read about her. But I would really like to give this book a go, because it's been on my shelf for a while and it's so short, so I think it's absolutely perfect for a readathon. The last book category is mental health. And that one I really want to keep open. I have Body Positive Power by Megan Jane Crabb, which I really want to read. I have this on my list as a book that I would like to read. But again, this is a non-fiction book, so it will be a little bit heavy. It talks a lot about diet culture and statistics and that kind of stuff. So not sure if I will be up for that if I read all the other non-fiction books. So I keep my option open to choose maybe a poetry book that tackles topics like climate change or the ocean or something like that. Or I will just go with a fluffy, quick contemporary if I crave it, basically. Those are the books that are my options, plus all the ebooks that I talked about. And now for the 3 other challenges. Of course, on social media, I will talk about the readathon and about climate change because I always do. I think that for me is really not a challenge to like post something about climate change. I think this video alone counts as a video about climate change. So yeah, this is not a big challenge for me, but I will definitely do it. The second non-book challenge that goes along with this readathon is to make a detox of some kind for like 1 week during the readathon. Of course, you can expand it for the entire month, but like the challenge is 1 week to make like some kind of a detox. And I've been thinking about doing social media, but then again, I'm the host of the readathon, so maybe I shouldn't disappear from social media. And so I've been thinking what I could do, what I could detox from, because it's supposed to be a detox from something that has an influence on the environment and or your mental health. And then I realized in September is the time when our garden will produce the most, probably, at least that's how it looks like right now. Now, like the end of summer is really when our garden has a lot of harvest. So what I want to do is to make a detox from imported foods. There are foods that we need to buy at the supermarket, so I cannot make a complete detox from the supermarket. Maybe I will try, but I will probably fail. So my goal is to stray away from everything that is imported to the islands that I will not buy. So if it's a product that is from here, like no matter what it is, if it's a product made here, produced here, from here, grown here, I can buy it, no problem. But if it's imported from either the mainland or somewhere else, I will not. And that is my goal, my detox goal, do that for at least a week. When it comes to documentary, I think this is another one where I just have to be in the mood for a specific documentary. But one that has been on my radar, which I would like to watch, is A Plastic Ocean. So that is definitely on my TBR, but that might change throughout the course of the month of September because it's a full month. Maybe I even watch more than one documentary. Let's see, we will find out. So this is it. This is my TBR and my plans for the challenges. I will make one kind of vlog wrap up. Let's see what I have time for. As I said, my life is a little bit crazy at the moment, so I will try to make like one video at the end of the month where I wrap up my reading and where I wrap up the challenges. And maybe it's a vlog, maybe it's just a wrap up. Let's see. Let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see more, like me vlogging throughout the month, or if you would prefer me just wrapping it up real quick and my experience with like making a readathon. Like, yeah, let me know down in the comments below, please. Maybe I think there is an option on YouTube where you can make a poll. I will try to do that. Maybe you can just vote what you want. Let's see. You will see when this is uploaded. Please, if you participate in the Climathon and you have a TBR either on your Instagram or somewhere else on social media, or if you even made a YouTube video about your TBR, please link it down below or tag me on Instagram or just make me aware, share it with me. I'm so excited to see your TBRs and to hear from you what you're gonna do also for the other non-bookish challenges. And I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm so excited for the Climathon. Happy reading, good luck, see you soon.